What's good, you guys? Kiara here, and I have a video today that is somewhat different to what I have been posting in the last few days, but I really feel this is important no matter what you're promoting, no matter what you're doing, no matter where you are yet in your online business journey or maybe any sort of other business journey. But I'm gonna talk to you about the importance of having a vision board. I'll talk to you guys on how you can make a fancy one for really quick and no cost at all, unless you decide to print it, which I recommend that you do, by the way. But you can print it at home in color, or maybe you want to print it out in like a glossy paper. Like you can use one of these websites where you can like develop it in the form of a photo. Maybe you can put it up. I really do think you should have an attractive one. So I actually use like my vision as an example. I don't give you all my vision in the video, I give you a part of it. My vision board is actually quite big. It's in there and it's actually all written out versus visual. I am going to work on a nice big visual one soon though. Actually this weekend, it's planned for me to do it this weekend. I would actually show you guys the vision board, but some of it is personal, so I'll just show you like the big priority ones in this video, and I'll show you guys how you can actually create it using a free link, like a free website that will help you make a fancy vision board for you. And then I'll talk about scripting. It's the first time I've spoken about scripting. I've learned quite a bit about it through YouTube videos and I've been practicing it. And I've actually done this before without realizing that it was scripting, and it's always worked. And there's a way to actually do it to make it more effective and in order for you to actually manifest faster. So I'll talk about that in this video. I actually am quite a huge fan of this method in order to manifest because it's just a more fun way and it gets you in a flow state. A flow state means you actually, you're so focused on that vision and you're seeing it in the present tense. And you're actually getting yourself on a vibration where you can manifest faster. And in order to get there, it's much easier with doing it through the scripting method that I talk about in this video. So watch this video. This is actually a Zoom recording. I had actually done this training for my members for my primary business. I don't make any reference to the business, or maybe I do, but there's no sort of this is something that applies to anyone. No matter what your vision is, no matter what you promote, this will help you. So I'd like you to watch it till the end. And if you resonate with anything throughout the video, please leave your comment while you're watching this. Give me a thumbs up if you're enjoying it, and I'll see you guys on this video.
All right, yeah, guys, we're going to kick it off. I want to throw it to Kiara in a second. Welcome to everybody that's here. This is going to be recorded, obviously, so we can post it in the Facebook chat and the Facebook group and the Telegram chat, so everyone that can't be here live can definitely review this information at a later time. But we're really excited about this because this is a topic that has assisted Kiara and myself immensely in our careers, and not only in our careers, but also in our life in general. This is things that you can apply. It's not just about business, it's not all about just strictly business, right? I think sometimes we forget that and we can kind of get too one-minded or one-track mind. And for periods of time, that's good. But, I like to say you want balance in your life. You want to have, not balance. I like to say harmony. A lot of people say balance, but when I think of balance, I think of a flat line. And what happens when you have a flat line in life? You're dead. So balance is a good start. But I mean, when people say that, but I just like to go for harmony in my life. And when I think of harmony, I think of a band or an orchestra or music, and the different instruments are working together, but there's ebbs and flows, there's ups and downs, and having more of a harmonic life, I feel, is just more fulfilled. So when you get too focused on one area of your life for too long, the other areas tend to suffer. Not always, but more often than not that happens. So something that what we're going to be talking about today is something that you can use obviously for your Bitclub Network business, but also it can permeate every part of your life and really improve it. And it doesn't have to be difficult. It's actually a lot of fun when you get into it and really commit to this. So let me throw it to Kiara. She's going to start it off, and then I'm going to definitely come in with some information later. I'm going to mute out. Everyone else is muted out. Let me unmute you, Kiara, 1 second. And go ahead. You got the mic, Kiara.
Hey, how's it going? So you're probably wondering, what the hell is this?
So today we're going to talk about vision boards, and I'm going to talk a bit about scripting and how it's helped me, not just in business, but also in my personal life. Like some things that that I have in my life are not because they just happened. I don't believe in coincidences. I don't believe in luck. Like I am a firm believer in putting out energy out into the universe and then attracting what I want in my life to what I'm putting out. A vision board plays a big role. And one of the reasons I got really stagnant this year was because I never revised my vision board. It was still like the old vision board I had, like not even back when I started, but like the usual stuff, traveling, things like that. That stuff doesn't excite me anymore. I don't wake up to work for travel. I've done that. I'm tired of it. I've lost interest in that. So I needed a new vision board, and I needed something to kind of, how there are things that kind of make you cry or they move you inside. And that's how your vision board needs to be. Now, for many of you, I know that it's easy enough because you've got kids. So I can imagine that that's on your, that's like a big why as to why you're doing this business. For people like me, I don't have kids. I'm not very maternal either. I'm more business oriented, but I do have other things that move me in life. Like I have a big spot in my heart for animals. That's one of the reasons why I stopped eating meat. I love my parents a lot. Like if, I dread the day, like I don't tiptoe around reality. So I'm not afraid to talk about that. But, I dread the day that they have to pass away. They are growing old after all. And so these are the things that move me and that make me want to get up now in the morning and work this business. And I'm very passionate about getting back on the Bitclub wagon and helping you guys. And I know that this will play a big role. And before things really get like before we really roll into phase 2, you guys have enough time to do this. Bitclub, I think Bitclub has just like a few more things before we get really like, crazy with it. I know we're like waiting to see our repurchase commissions and things like this, but once we have those, I know that there's going to be so much excitement that we will have to move as fast as possible. So I think if you guys do this one thing and this other thing I will talk to you about, which is scripting, and I'll also show you guys how to do like math at the end. So towards the end, I'll show you guys like how to do some math with your, like let's say you have a goal of $9,000 a month, I can show you guys like how to break that down, because if you're not breaking it down, it's not so doable, right? So let's start by talking about vision board. And I'm gonna tell you how I created this one, because I think it's important that it looks attractive. It's something that you look at every single morning. Maybe you want to do this as your screensaver on your laptop. I recommend you print it out and you actually put it up somewhere. I put this together quickly before this presentation because I actually have mine on like a white, it's like a white gloss paper. It's a sticker. I bought it off Amazon and I just wrote on it, but I much prefer something more visual. So that kind of does the work though for me, because when I wake up, it's like kind of hung up on the door of my spare bedroom and I leave the door open. So as soon as I wake up, I see it and I literally just look at it and I start screaming with excitement. Like this, this is stuff that I really want in my life. So sorry about that. So I picked a few things off it and I put this together and I'll show you guys how I did it. But I'll explain quickly like what these represent. So I'll start with this. So basically, what I want is next year, I want to own property here in Madrid. I love living here to the point that I actually want my own place here or maybe in the south of Spain. So I still have to go there and see how I feel about owning property there. So I picked a feature that's very important to me in my dream house. So that is a city view and a big kitchen, preferably an island kitchen like this. I actually have that right now in my current place. I actually manifested my my flat here in Madrid. If I didn't use manifestation, I wouldn't be living here. It's just so difficult to get papers as a foreigner in Spain to actually find a place to live here if you don't have a working contract here. And I'm an entrepreneur. I've been self-employed, so I would have never made it if I didn't use manifestation. Just so you guys know how powerful it is. And it's not the only thing I use it for. I'll move on to this one. The big ones are the most important, of course, and my mom is also important, but these two are like big ones. So these represent conservation. Like I said, I'm big on wildlife conservation. So my dream is one day to go spend a few weeks in South Africa, do some soul searching and do volunteer work there with tigers or any wildlife species that is close to extinction or that needs extra help. And I also want to put obviously a good amount of my monthly income going into conservation and research, to help save any of the animals that are close to extinction. Pandas, I saw this recently and I was almost crying with like how badly I want to do this stuff. Pandas are also, for a while they were close to extinction, but there have been conservations which have really been doing their best to protect them, so they're not close to extinction anymore. But I wouldn't mind spending a week in China working with them. And obviously my mom and my dad are very important to me. I just happened to find this one and I love this picture with my mom. Couldn't find one with my dad. I put this together last minute, sorry guys. So obviously my parents are both very important to me, and I want to be able to do things for them that kind of show my love towards them. I already spend time with them, so when they come here I spend time with them, and I really make a huge effort to go every 6 weeks to Malta, which is not something I enjoy doing. I'm very happy over here, but I go back obviously to see them, and obviously that requires money, but that's not the only thing I want to do for them. I also want to send them away somewhere and send them like first class tickets, go to Argentina because that's my mom's dream, something like that, and I should actually get more specific on this. So sometimes I actually look up flights. I'm like, okay, my next dream vacation is South Africa. This is how much it would cost me, just to get an idea, because it will excite you more. The more detailed you get, the more excited you get. This is actually an airplane that's first class. I actually don't want to travel economy anymore. Call me spoiled, call me whatever you want, a snob. I think all of us would love to travel like this in comfort. And I'm talking like long haul destinations, because it's very tiring to travel in economy. And I've traveled once actually I traveled twice business class, and I can say it's so addictive. You'd never want to go back to economy. So that's on my vision board. And this is something I can easily manifest this year, but this is shark cage diving in South Africa. So yeah, that's a huge dream, right? Now, I'll show you guys very quickly how I did this in case you guys want to do that tonight. Can you guys see my...
Yes, we see it to the left, the little thumbnails and the hourglass or the magnifying glass.
Can you see Canva?
I don't know. I see some kind of app that you're using. I don't know if I see the name of it, but.
Then I don't think it's, wait, let me see, stop share screen. All right, Google Chrome. Can you guys see now?
Okay, yeah, see Canva now.
All right, you guys can use Canva for this. It's free. And what I would do is I would go to use custom dimensions and pick millimeters. And I'm gonna give you the dimensions for A4 size in case you guys wanna print this at home. I do this in color, or else like get it printed. Maybe you wanna do it as in the photo format and get it glossed, up to you. You guys can get fancy with this. But it'd be like 210 by A4 would be 210 by 297 and design. And all you guys need to do is pick a layout. So if you go to layouts, let me go to, yeah, layouts, you guys can pick like any grids you want, anything you want, all right? And then just go to uploads and upload all your images, and then just create it and download from here, right? You download in PNG, of course, file type. It's that easy. And then just print it, hang it up somewhere, just do whatever you like. But that's all I did with this. That's how easy it is. So that would be the vision board. And that's basically it with that. So I'm going to talk about scripting, which is kind of related. Scripting is, okay, I don't need to share anymore. So I hope that was like helpful and you guys actually do that, because I know how much it's helped me. You know, you guys need to feel excited every morning when you wake up. And there are going to be days when you don't feel like doing anything, or you're just going to get lazy, or you're going to want to quit. The vision board is what will keep you going.
Yeah, Kiara, just want to add something before you go to the next portion of your presentation. I've used these before, and I know tons of people that have. And if you've never used one before, you may find it's a bit different, but you know, it really works when you think about it, because you're constantly saturating your mind with your goals and what you want to accomplish in your dreams. And you know, goal achieving or dream achieving is all about what you focus on. And I love what Kiara said. You know, it's funny when people that don't really know you, they see maybe your lifestyle or what you've accomplished, and not just us, you know, I'm just talking about people in general that have success in their life. A lot of the times you hear them say, oh, wow, she's so lucky, you know, or he's so lucky. But they have no idea the price someone has paid to get to that point, and how much effort and time and commitment they've put in, you know, because they only see the end result. This goes for all different walks of life, all different types of careers. You think of actors, rock stars, you know, a lot of these people, you know, it didn't happen overnight for them. They grinded it out for years until they finally were discovered, and it took years and years honing their craft and really getting good at it before, you know, they really broke through. But a lot of people think, oh, they get lucky, or they were just an overnight success. But just keep that in mind, you know, you make your own breaks in life, I like to say. And it's funny when you study. I pride myself on being a student of success, and I like to read a lot of biographies and autobiographies. And you know, the luckiest people in the world are the ones that, you know, make their own luck. They make their own breaks. They work the hardest. They work the smartest, and you know, they end up creating these opportunities for themselves because it's by design. It's not an accident. So just wanted to echo what she had said towards the beginning of the call. And the vision boards, now it's so much easier with these free apps that you can use. You can piece something together fairly quickly. And you know, she went over hers. That's for her. You know, those are awesome for her. But everyone wants to. You want to do what's special to you, what you want. You don't want to copy her or copy me. You know, we're all unique. We all have different goals and dreams and ideas and personalities. So make it personalized to you, obviously. But that was awesome, that first part. I just wanted to give you some props. Great job. And the next part is, I'm excited to hear what you have to say about the next part, because I know what you're going to cover. So go ahead. I'll throw it back to you.
Thank you. All right. So let's talk about scripting. So with scripting, I feel this is the best way and the easiest way to kind of use manifestation. I know some people are not familiar with the practice, or some people just never tried it or heard about it. But basically, manifestation is using the law of attraction to get whatever it is you desire in your life. Now, with scripting, what you're doing is you're writing down exactly what it is you want. And every time I've used this, it's worked. So it's extremely powerful to manifest. And I think it's the easiest way to actually manifest what you want, because what it does, it gets you in a state of lightheartedness. And the state you want to be in order to manifest really quickly is being in a flow state. And a flow state.
Your video went out. I don't know if that was intentional or not. Just letting you know, but
that was intentional because I look tired.
Oh, all right. I think you're being a bit hard on yourself, but go ahead.
But I'll share the screen in the end again because I want to show people some math.
Okay, great.
All right. So basically, what it does when you script is you actually really want to enjoy it. What you're doing is you're writing in the present tense, and you're writing your entire life the way you want it in the future. But it's super important that you're writing it in the present tense, and you're describing basically your like what your ideal life looks like. And you want to talk about the people that are involved in your life, the relationship you have with them. And the key to all this to actually make it work is to actually focus on emotion. So emotion is the key ingredient. So you know, you want to say things like, you know, I feel so thankful for my success. You know, thanks to my success, I can, and sorry, thanks to making all this money, I'm able to make the people I love happy. I am able to travel once every month and do the things I love. So you want to focus on emotion and you want to be grateful. Being grateful is key, not just for manifestation or scripting, but it's also key to kind of be in a happy state every day. Like ever since I started practicing gratitude, it eliminated a lot of the depression I had. I think it was last year now. It feels like a long time ago. Yes, it was a long time ago. It was last year, beginning of last year. So gratitude played a huge role in, you know, me being in a more calm and peaceful state, being in a happy state, waking up feeling amazing in the morning and wanting to live my life. You know, it's important you actually want to live your life. So be as descriptive as possible. So you are putting out into the universe what it is you want. All right. So, you know, just putting things out into the universe through scripting. But again, the whole idea of scripting is for energy flow, right? So putting yourself in a state where you have these happy vibrations, right? And you're putting them out there because that's the way you attract what it is you want. So that is scripting. That is the concept. It's very simple. It's not overcomplicated. Just write what it is you want in detail. So you could use your vision board and then you could write down like in a diary. Like I have a diary. I keep it near me every single day. And I write a lot, like the things I want. Like I even did this for my personal life, like, you know, what I want in an ideal partner. And I actually met someone recently who actually really fit the description. And I got really specific, like things like cooking and things like this. And he has all these things, you know. So don't just use it for business. You can use it for other things, you know. But it's really helped me a ton because it's all about your vibrations and the state you are in. So scripting and a vision board. So you need to write down basically, you know, what can, I don't know how much you guys want to make, but let's say, you know, my next target is 50,000 a month. So I need to write down what it would mean to me, like what life would I have with this kind of money, right? How much am I putting into, you know, conservation, and I'm, you know, helping animals, and I'm going to spend so much on sending my parents on a very special trip, things like this, you know, just to get you excited and get you on like a level of good vibrations. So that is scripting. And I don't know if you want to add something, James, before I move on to doing a very simple math for them so that they can kind of break down, you know,
Yeah,
their goals.
I can add something. Yeah, Brian Tracy talks about this. It's a little bit different. It's just basically how important it is. It's very similar, actually. You know, how important it is committing your goals and your dreams to paper. The vision board is awesome, and you should do that as well. But this amplifies that, right? This takes it to a whole new level and just increases your chances of success. And Brian Tracy talks about it, and this is what he said. These are his words, not mine. You know, he says, if you will write down your goals and your dreams and put them on paper and review them consistently, like once in the morning, briefly, just a few minutes, 5-10 minutes here in the morning, and then maybe 5-10 minutes at night, it increases your chances of achieving that goal or that dream by 1,000%. So that's incredible, and it makes a lot of sense when you think about it. If you get what you focus on in life, it's been my experience from my own life, and for people I've coached and people I've mentored. I've done this for many, many years, and it's true. You get what you focus on, and you get what you expect more often than not. And you want to be careful what you're focusing on and what you're giving your energy to, because if it's negative, toxic stuff, or you're always worried, you're always concerned, you know, you could begin having some chaotic things happen in your life. And a lot of people think it's not connected, but I have too much evidence in my own life and the people I care about and the people I've coached to know that it's true. You know, it's just undeniable evidence. So what we're talking about here with the vision board and what we're talking about with scripting and writing down your goals, it's very important. And I'm not sure, I mean, if you went into the emotion part of it or that's what you're going to cover next, but it's also important. Like she talked about, why do you want those goals? It can't just be, she said it, she said 50,000 a month is her next target. That's her goal for her business. But you can't just say a number. You have to, say, what is that going to do for my life? How is that going to allow me to help my family? What's the purpose of the goal? What's the why? Sometimes people call it your why. You have to have a big reason, a big why, or guess what? You're going to quit. Like Joby said earlier, I mean, most people throw in the towel. They don't have the mental capacity or the mental fortitude to stick out something like, building a business. If building a business was easy, everyone would do it. There's a reason why only a small percentage of the world are entrepreneurs or business owners, right? Most people don't do that, right? They just want the safety. They want the steady paycheck once a week or the salary every year. But that's a limit. That puts a limit and a ceiling on how much you can earn. And like he said, it's not about the money. It's not about having so much money. It's about the money giving the time freedom, and then the time freedom giving you the happiness. Because if you have free time and the resources to use that time and do the things you want with the people you love and care about, now you're really free. You're not stuck at a job, and you get only 1 week or 3 weeks a year or 2 weeks a year where you can go on vacation, and the rest of the year you're stuck trading time for money. I've talked about this before. I never understood the concept of trading time for money. I dropped out of college. I did not graduate. People in my life that cared about me the most, loved me the most, thought I had lost my mind at the time, but I knew what I wanted, and I had a crystal clear picture of what I wanted. And it didn't matter that everyone around me was saying I was making a mistake, because in my heart and in my soul, down to my core, I knew I was on the right track, and that was difficult when you have everyone telling you you're not, and you have to just listen to yourself. So it's really powerful, this stuff. And if you've never heard anything like this before, don't discount it or don't say it doesn't work, because it's so powerful. And it's really simple too. The thing, when you think about it, to implement these techniques that she was talking about, it's not difficult. It's very simple. So if you're ready, I'll throw it back to you to go to the next portion of the call.
I hope you guys enjoyed that. There was also some input from one person I really work closely with in my primary business. His name is James, who's awesome. And I hope you enjoyed this. Again, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to leave your comments. Let me know that you're actually working on your vision board. If there's anything really big you have like a huge vision for, and you're okay with sharing it, please leave it down below. I would love to know what that is. I shared some of my biggest ones, so it would be cool to see if maybe some of you resonate with the same things, or what your other, ideas are of having an amazing lifestyle and things that you're working really hard for. So yeah, with that being said, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to add me on Instagram, and don't forget to watch further videos that I post on this channel. With that being said, and make it a great day, I will see you guys in another video.